Alright, so today we're going to be showing you how to change an ignition harness. So this right here on the Suzuki Verona, we're going to take out the old one that's on it and then put in this one from another car.
So the first step to removing this ignition harness is to undo the negative terminal of the battery cable.
Alright, so now that we have the battery disconnected, we're going to start unplugging all the connections. So that would be all these ignition coils and then I believe some of the injectors as well.
Alright, so the next step according to the service procedure is to remove the manifold so we can get to the injectors after unplugging the coils here. So there's two bolts back here which we already removed. There's one on this side and there's one right by the opening of the throttle body right here on this side. There's two on the bottom that you can also remove for the EGR that we're gonna do. And then we're gonna remove all these ones in the front right here and slide this forward so we can get at the injectors. Alright guys, we just got the manifold loosened up. All the bolts down here that go into the head, so now it's nice and loose. We got all of our injectors unplugged in here. So our harness is just laying right here. There's two bolts that go in this bracket right into the side of the head. We'll show you better on the reinstallation, but we just got those out and undid the bolt right here that holds the engine oil dipstick right here. So now this is ready to be removed and we'll show you installing the new one. Alrighty, we just got the bracket right here for the wiring harness put back in. There's two bolts, one right there, then one right there you can see, and the oil dipstick is held right here with this bracket as well. We just got that in. The next step is to put our harness back on. Alright, we just got the wiring harness in here. We just pushed it in the clips on the metal bracket here, slid that in, and then we reattached our two main connectors into the things. Now we're going to start re-putting it on the manifold here and getting them wired into the coils and the injectors so we can replace the manifold. Okay, we just got the ignition coils plugged in up here. Changed one ignition coil too because the pin was bent. We got the fuel injectors all plugged in all these holes here. As you can see, there's the next one. Next one got all them plugged in. Now we're gonna finish plugging the main plug-ins down there and bolting the manifold up and putting the EGR back.
Alright, so today we're going to be going over the engine coolant temp sensor. It is behind this cover under here. So we're going to have to take this off to show you where it is and then be able to do our tests.
Alright guys, we're taking a look at our engine coolant temp sensor here. This is our 2-pin connector on the Verona here. And right in this runner here, we go down here, you can see it right here on the tip of the screwdriver. That's our engine coolant temp sensor.
Alright, so we're hooked up to our ECT right now. We're getting a reading of 3.55 volts. And then we're going to turn on the car and then watch it on the scan tool right here as the temperature and voltage will change as the temperature changes.
Alright, so we've got the car hooked up and we're reading voltage off of the engine coolant temperature sensor. And as you can see that now since it's running and the coolant temperature is rising, that the voltage is going down as the temperature rises.